Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Will with Schedulefly. I'm going to keep this brief. It's just a couple of comments from me. Number one, thank you for listening. If you're listening to this, y'all are awesome. We appreciate it here at Schedulefly. I know all the folks that have invested their time in being on this podcast appreciate it. We've now done 120 episodes. You've probably noticed recently a couple things. One is that we've ramped up the volume. We're doing more episodes the last couple months than we've been doing since we started this a couple years ago, and we're going to continue with that. This is so much fun. We're learning a lot. We're enjoying sharing these stories and learning from the people that we're so fortunate to serve. So we're just going to keep cranking out, hopefully several every week in perpetuity. And the other part is we'll never have advertisements on here. Not going to happen. We are, and we're not going to advertise for Schedulefly for anybody on this podcast. It will always be about the people we serve and their stories and what they've learned and what they love about what they do, and so on and so forth. You've also noticed recently that we've done a lot of folks who are not owners, and that's been a lot of fun. And we found that there's just so many amazing people that they don't own a restaurant, but they work for a great owner, and they've learned a lot from those owners, and they have a lot to share as well. And so we'll continue speaking with folks that are not owners here going forward in the future. The only thing I'll ask you to do is, if you are on an iPhone and you have a podcast player, and that's how you listen. There's several ways that people get to this podcast, but if you happen to have an iPhone and you're on a podcast player, if you would just take just a second to give us a rating, it would be so appreciated and meaningful for us. And if you also want to write a quick review, literally like 2 or 3 sentences, even better. Apple will look at the number of ratings and comments that a podcast has, and when people are looking for restaurant podcast or hospitality podcast, that goes into how far down the list I guess we are when people are looking for those podcasts. So it would be great. We don't make any money off of this. I do want to make that clear. We as I said, we don't have any sponsors. We don't have any advertisers. There's nothing in it for us other than just getting an audience of people that want to hear about hospitality and restaurants and all these amazing people that we're very fortunate to have a chance to serve. We've got over 300,000 users, and so this is a tiny fraction of them, but we're gonna tell as many stories as we can for as many years as we can, and we love doing it. So thank you for listening to this. Thank you for listening to the podcast. More episodes coming soon. Have a good one.